Hello, my gorgeous Pisces. My name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your weekly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Piscelini, and it's in between the 19th and the 25th of September 2022. This week is going to turn out to be quite interesting for you indeed, in so many different ways, because at the beginning of this week, just really literally out of the blue, something is going to happen completely unexpectedly. Something is going to happen completely out of blue, and you're gonna like this, because this situation that is going to happen completely unexpectedly, it's at the same time going to make you aware of one really absolutely mind-blowing opportunity, one absolutely mind-blowing option or a mind-blowing opportunity. This is brilliant. So this is exactly what you can expect from the very beginning of this week, and this opportunity that you are going to become aware of, this opportunity that you're actually going to have, it's at the same time going to give you it's going to reflect on you speeding up with those things in your life that are really kind of getting on your nerves now. It's going to help you to speed up, with things in your life that have been like kind of in a limbo for quite a long time, that have been stuck, the way you felt stuck in your life, especially when it comes to your energy, especially when it comes to your vibration. When we are stuck at a certain moment and a certain point in our lives, we do kind of like a really kind of, it slows us down in so many different ways, in terms of planning and in terms of our own spiritual development. So this is why this is going to be so important for you. I mean, you are almost immediately going to start feeling very, very passionate about, your life and about yourself. I'm not saying that you haven't been, that you haven't felt passionate, or that you haven't been passionate, but it's the passion that it's going to overtake everything. It's at the same time gonna this same passion, it's gonna have an impact and influence on you in terms of you feeling ridiculously energized, or re-energized, shall I say. And all these like kind of feelings and emotions are gonna contribute towards you making a huge step in your life, which is going to become absolutely evident by the end of this week, the step that you're actually going to make. But going back to the beginning of this week, so it's all about an option and opportunity that is just it's gonna become obvious to you completely that if you take that option, if you take that opportunity, you are going to be able to speed up, things in your life. And even more so after that moment in time, things are going to kind of start flowing much quicker. Things are going to start moving on with a kind of much faster pace, if I can actually say like that. But also that opportunity, it's going to be brilliant. It's not only about you feeling like this is the right thing to do. You will know that this is the right thing to do. This is something you need to do at this stage in your life, because as I said, it's going to speed up things in your life. But at the same time, it's not only about that. It's also about the fact that when it comes to your finances and your financial situation, and this is going to reflect on that part as well quite a lot. But at the same time, you are going to become aware of like some kind of a dishonesty, some kind of like a double dealing, and this in itself, it's also going to kind of help you to go on your own way, and that in itself, it's going to kind of like the fact that you're going to become aware of some kind of deception and dishonesty. This is all going to be connected to this, because at the same time, it is going to really make you aware that now, after this moment in time, my gorgeous Piscelini, you have to be brave, you have to be strong. You need to understand this, because by you being brave and strong, you are already going to kind of like really give that energy to yourself, to start, planning. It's all about you finding yourself at the beginning of a very, very interesting stage of your life, but you're not going to be able to take that on. You're not going to be able to go any further when it comes to the actual planning for the near future. You will see exactly what I mean. So you're not going to be able to plan and to go to the next stage of your life unless you're really brave, because it's all about a very kind of powerful move that you're going to need to make. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Piscelini, it's just basically, someone is going to inspire you so beautifully. There is a really gorgeous person here. I'm talking about someone really beautiful, I'm talking about someone really down to earth. I'm talking about someone really intuitive. I'm talking about someone who is very spiritual, but then on another hand, this person is also kind of not only spiritual, but it's like a kind of like, I can say that this particular person is very successful in every single way. So it's a lot to do with that person being really spiritual, but at the same time, that person is also successful when it comes to this person's materialistic life as well. Well, this is someone who is just going to inspire you so much, this particular person. And there is something also very quirky and very unusual about this person as well. Ridiculously intuitive, ridiculously powerful in the best possible way. So this particular person is going to really inspire you so much at around the midweek. And through this person, you will be able to understand something about yourself, something about what means to you so much, something about your own dream. And this is why people in our lives are so important to us. And I'm keep on saying this, whether people are just passing by, or whether people are constantly in our lives, every single person that we come across is playing a very important role. We learn a lot about ourselves through people in our lives, a lot. And sometimes, we are also told things that we may not like, when it comes to the certain people in our lives. But we need this honesty. We need this honesty, we need the people being honest with us, and at the same time, it's the same when it comes to the actual inspiration and pointing something out about yourself, which is going to help you to understand so much that now at this stage in your life, you must at all costs drop absolutely everything that is like, you need to drop everything and just really understand that you have to kind of get back on the road and come back to your home, to come back to yourself, come back to your spirit, come back to your soul. And that means that it's just going to kind of lead towards a tiny little readjustment, which is most importantly going to lead towards you like working on yourself in the best possible way, because it's all about you thinking about the actual dream. This person, it's going to kind of like remind you what your dream is, remind you what you want to do in life. This person is going to remind you like how you want to live your life, because I'm not saying that you've lost yourself along the way. No, baby, no. The things are happening when they're meant to be happening, but this is just in itself, it's just going to be so important, because it's at the same time going to become a wonderful stepping stone for you as well. So it's really a lot to do with you kind of reconnecting with yourself through that person, but at the same time, something is really intuitively going to come to you 2 or 3 days after that moment in time. Something is just going to come to you completely out of the blue, completely intuitively, when you least expect it. Whether you're going to be meditating, whether you're going to be chilling out, whether you're going to be relaxing, whether you're going to be thinking about something, it doesn't really matter. You think about X, Y, Z about something, and then suddenly something so important, so significant come to you, because you have allowed it to actually come to you. Because when we are too intensely thinking about a certain aspect of our life, very often we block that very things from happening and coming, and it's almost like we're not trusting our own self, our own spirit. So you just need to kind of really focus on it and just let it go. Imagine yourself to be where you want to be, but at the same time, just don't at all costs like think negatively about it whatsoever. So it's all about something is to within the next 2 or 3 days, something is intuitively like going to come to you like, oh my Lord. And what is going to come to you, it's also going to be like a pretty much so an important idea. And this idea that you are going to have, it's pretty much so connected to the beginning of this week. When I said about that option, when I said about that opportunity, when I said about like you need to be brave and strong, but then beforehand you are going to need to prepare yourself, pretty much so. But at the same time, it's to do with a plan. But that is still going to be like, oh God, okay, I need to come up with a plan. And then the midweek, at around the midweek, this is all you feeling very intuitive, because all sorts of passages, spiritual and psychic passages, are going to be open up within, purely because that person who's going to inspire you so much at the beginning of, at around the midweek, that person that I said that that it's going to inspire you so much to follow your dream, follow your dream, follow your passion. We do not live on this earth for like millions of years. Do you know what I mean? We are, we are, you know what, I said it millions of times. It's like we are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. Do you know what I mean? Like, and the life goes so fast. This is my point. So that's why it's important to come to terms with this, you see. So it's all going to lead towards you feeling very intuitive, and then you're going to have this absolutely wonderful, mind-blowing idea, and that idea is going to feel so good. And the idea that you're going to have, my gorgeous Piscelini, for example, when I shuffle these cards, for example, this idea that you are going to have, my gorgeous Piscelini, look at this. It's also like kind of this idea. It's also, look, it's going to happen at around the time when you feel maybe like a little bit withdrawn, because I'm having a bit of a hermit moment here. And I told you already, it's going to come to you when you're feeling very intuitive. So this doesn't surprise me at all, because when we are having a hermit moment, then we kind of tend to like kind of like a drift, back, to be within ourselves. We have this need to kind of spend some time with ourselves, which is nothing wrong with it. It's brilliant, because we are going through like a certain enlightenment. So it's all about the hermit mode, where something is just going to come to the surface completely, especially when it comes to that idea. And that idea is also going to be absolutely superb, so important to get rid of, life that you don't want to live, to get rid of like unhealthy attachment, big, huge, heavy, unhealthy attachment in your life. And it's most certainly going to lead towards an unexpected situation, because at the same time, it's all about you understanding that this is very strongly connected to your destiny, to your fortune, and to your soul purpose. So this doesn't surprise me at all that I'm having the Empress here, because it's all about you following your intuition, so much. Now it's time, my gorgeous Piscelini. By the time you get to the last part of this week, it's all about you coming up with like such an important conclusion, like, oh, this is so good. So that idea midweek, it's going to lead towards the end of the week, when it's going to be like, oh my God, hallelujah. It's all about this amazing conclusion. This is going to be absolutely brilliant. So first of all, idea, and then by the end of this week, it's all about this conclusion. You're going to realize exactly what you need to do. You're going to feel so good about yourself. You will want to kind of like even kind of celebrate. You're going to feel like you want to celebrate, and you should just do that. You're going to feel like you want to reconnect with the people in your life, and that in itself, it's also going to be your sign that you are changing and that you are doing the right thing, because now suddenly you're also going to feel like how you want to kind of see certain people who you haven't seen. Maybe you will want to send a text message to the certain people you haven't seen in a long time that mean to you so much. So this is all a really healthy sign that you have been like a little bit spiritually stuck, and then that was affecting you in that particular way, where maybe just kind of a little bit affected the relationships in your life. So this is what you need to pay attention to. So it's all about this important conclusion. It's going to give you a reason for celebration. It's like this is all about the inspiration. You're even going to feel really, really artistic at the same time, because it's all about this vision that you're going to have. So you are most importantly, you will know that you're doing the right thing here. This is absolutely brilliant, because it's going to really need from you to understand that this is kind of going to need the certain changes to be made, and the changes that I'm talking about, they are going to manifest and happen and come to you in terms of the actual a sacrifice, and you're only going to be sacrificing those things that you know that no longer serves you. And this is really important indeed. But at the same time, you are going to have a very, very unusual sign, very bizarre and strange sign at the end of the week. And that sign that you're going to have, you're going to find it very, very interesting, because that sign is going to be something very personal to you, very unique, very kind of interesting in so many different ways. But then at the same time, you are gonna find that sign like it's just almost like at that moment in time when you become aware of that sign, you will know that this is like this is the path for happiness. You will just kind of understand. Very unique sign, very unusual sign that you are going to have. You will know that what you're doing at the same time, this is a path to your own happiness, because look, you're empowering yourself at the same time. time, but also it's just about the passion which is going to be ignited, you see, as well. You are going to have a little test, you know, at the end of the week, where you are really going to need to show your compassion. I'm not saying that you're not compassionate whatsoever, but at the time when you show your compassion to someone at the end of the week, there is also going to be an inspiration that is actually going to come out of it as well. You will, and this is something that is going to be quite interesting. But also, on another hand, when you have that sign, also when you have that sign, unusual sign, sorry, I have to go back to that. It's not only about you understanding and knowing in a unique way that this is something all this week what's going on. It is directly leading you towards your own happiness. No baby, no. But it's also a very clear sign. As soon as you have that unusual and weird sign, you will also know that a very strong part of that sign and everything that I've mentioned so far is you must at all cost understand that you have to directly communicate. You're going to need to put your foot down, and you're going to need to put your point across, and you're going to need to directly communicate, because at that moment in time something is going to happen, something really powerful is going to happen. On what way? Through you, by you directly communicating and putting your foot down. You need to stand firm. You need to understand while you're doing this, you are going to really make sure that you don't find yourself on the same path that you've have been so far, and you don't want to find yourself on the same path where you're going to kind of feel really kind of not that happy, not that excited. You're going to feel really drained because you were kind of maybe doing wrong things in life, and you keep on hoping to get to this point, to this moment in life. But now this is really going to be entirely down to you, because you are going to have an important conversation with someone at the end of the week, and this is when this is going to be needed to be required. You know, this is going to come to you when you have that sign that you must at all costs, something is going to come to you. It's going to come to you exactly who do you need to have this direct communication with, who do you need to put the points across. And when that happens, you are going to prevent yourself from going backwards. You will prevent yourself from going backwards, which is really important. But you're also once again going to cut out immediately. You're going to cut off that very, very unhealthy attachment in your life, and that means that this is a lot to do with things that have come to an end, and even more so it's going to lead towards an absolutely really brilliant moment. How much your passion is actually going to be ignited, your spirit is about to rise. So of course that this is going to lead towards your own happiness, and also at the same time, you know, the ideas and the things that are going to be on your mind are going to be so refreshing in so many different ways. Okay, my gorgeous Piscelini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.